No money? No problem. How to build wealth from nothing, step by step. From zero to decision. Why wealth never starts with money. Many people believe wealth starts with money. This belief is wrong. Money is not the beginning. Money is the result. Wealth always starts with a decision to rise, a decision to change, a decision to stop accepting a small life. Right now, you may have no savings, you may have no skills, you may have no connections, you may feel lost, tired, or behind. That does not matter. Every wealthy person you admire once stood exactly where you are now. They were confused, they were unsure, they were ordinary. The difference is simple. They decided not to stay there. This guide is not magic, it is not fast money, it is not luck. It is a step-by-step path, a real path, a slow path, a powerful path, and it starts with your mind. 1. The truth about starting from nothing. Starting from nothing feels scary, but starting from nothing is also powerful. When you have nothing, you have freedom. No habits to protect, no comfort to defend, no image to maintain. You can build yourself from the ground up. Most people never do this. They stay trapped between fear and comfort. They complain about money, they blame the system, they wait for help. Waiting changes nothing. Wealth does not come to those who wait, it comes to those who move. Even small movement creates momentum. 2. The one decision that changes everything. Before skills, before money, before plans, there is one decision you must make. I will take responsibility for my life. This decision is heavy, but it is also freeing. When you take responsibility, you stop blaming, you stop waiting, you stop hoping someone will save you. You become the builder. This decision rewires your brain. Your mind stops asking why life is unfair. Your mind starts asking how to move forward. That question changes everything. 3. Why motivation is not enough. Motivation feels good, but motivation is weak. Motivation disappears when life gets hard, and life always gets hard. If you depend on motivation, you will quit. Every beginner quits. Only disciplined beginners continue. Discipline is not talent. Discipline is not energy. Discipline is a choice. A small choice, repeated daily. You do not need motivation to wake up. You need a reason. Your reason is simple. You do not want to stay poor.
4. The real cost of staying where you are. Staying poor is expensive. It costs you time, it costs you confidence, it costs you choices. When you have no money, every problem feels bigger, every mistake hurts more, every delay creates fear. Money is not happiness, but lack of money creates stress. This stress slowly kills dreams. You start thinking small. You stop trying. You accept less than you deserve. This is the real danger. Not poverty, but acceptance. 5. Time is your first asset. If you have no money, you still have time. Time is your first investment. Time is your first capital. Rich people do not have more time. They use time better. Poor people trade time for comfort. Rich people trade time for growth. 1 hour scrolling feels easy. 1 hour learning feels hard. Easy choices make life hard. Hard choices make life easy. Your future is built in quiet hours when no one is watching. 6. Think long-term or stay stuck. Short-term thinking feels good now, but it destroys the future. Long-term thinking feels hard now, but it builds freedom later. Most people ask, how can I feel good today? Wealth builders ask, how can I grow this year? This one question changes habits, it changes priorities, it changes identity. You stop chasing pleasure, you start chasing progress. Progress compounds. 7. Identity comes before income. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. Habits come from identity. If you see yourself as poor, you act poor. If you see yourself as a builder, you act differently. You save instead of spend. You learn instead of complain. You practice instead of escape. Your identity creates your income. Change who you believe you are. 8. The beginner advantage. Being a beginner is not weakness, it is advantage. Beginners learn faster. Beginners have no ego. Beginners are flexible. Experts protect their image. Beginners build skill. You are allowed to be bad. You are allowed to be slow. You are not allowed to quit. 9. Small actions beat big dreams. Dreams without action create pain. Action without perfection creates growth. You do not need a big plan. You need a small start. 1 page read, 1 skill practiced, 1 hour invested. Small actions done daily change identity. Identity changes destiny. 10. The rule of 1. Do not try to change everything. Change 1 thing. 1 habit, 1 skill, 1 hour. Focus creates power. Scattered effort creates frustration. Choose 1 direction and commit.
11. Pain is part of the process. Growth is uncomfortable. If you wait for comfort, you will never grow. Pain means expansion. Pain means learning. Avoiding pain keeps you small. This pain is temporary. Regret lasts forever. 12. The first promise you must make. Before money, before success, make 1 promise. I will not quit on myself. This promise matters more than talent, more than luck, more than opportunity. People fail because they quit. Do not quit. 13. You are closer than you think. Wealth feels far away, but it is built 1 decision at a time. You do not need to see the whole path. You only need the next step. Clarity comes from action, not from thinking. Move first, understand later. End of part 1. You now understand the foundation. Wealth starts with decision, with time, with identity, with discipline. Money comes later. In part 2, you will learn how to build value, how to build skills, how to become useful. That is where income begins. Part 2. Building skills, value, and income from zero. In part 1, you learned the foundation, mindset, decision, time, discipline. Now comes the second phase, value. Money flows to value, always. If you want income, you must become useful. This part will show you how. 1. Money is a reward, not a gift. Money is not random. Money is not luck. Money is payment for value. People pay when a problem is solved. People pay when pain is reduced. People pay when life becomes easier. If you can solve problems, you can earn money. This rule never changes. 2. Why skills matter more than talent. Talent is overrated. Skills are trained. Skills are built. Skills are repeatable. Anyone can learn a skill. You do not need a degree. You do not need permission. You do not need connections. You need time. You need focus. You need practice. Skills turn effort into income. 3. The best skills for beginners. Do not choose complex skills first. Choose skills that are in demand. Choose skills that solve clear problems. Here are examples: writing, video editing, graphic design, sales, marketing, social media management, basic coding, teaching, communication. These skills are learned online, often for free. Pick one. Only one. 4. The rule of deep focus. Most people fail because they jump. They learn one skill for 1 week, then they quit. They start something new. This creates confusion, not competence. Competence creates confidence. Confidence creates income. Choose one skill, commit for 6 months. No excuses. 5. The ugly phase of learning. At first, you will be bad. This is normal. You will feel slow. You will feel stupid. This is part of growth. Every expert was once bad. The only failure is quitting. Stay in the ugly phase. That is where skill is built.
6. Practice beats theory. Watching videos feels productive, but practice creates results. Learn a little, apply immediately. Make mistakes, fix them. This cycle builds mastery. Knowledge without action is noise. Action creates value. 7. Free work builds paid work. When you start, do free projects. Not forever, just at the beginning. Free work builds experience. Experience builds confidence. Confidence builds income. Create samples. Build a portfolio. Show proof. People trust results. 8. Becoming valuable before being paid. Do not ask for money too early. First, become useful. Solve small problems. Help small clients. Value first, money follows. This approach builds reputation. Reputation attracts opportunities. Income comes from visibility. If no one knows you, you earn nothing. Skill without visibility is invisible. You must be seen. Post your work. Share your progress. Talk about what you learn. You do not need perfection. Consistency beats perfection. 10. The fear of selling. Many beginners fear selling. They think selling is manipulation. This is wrong. Selling is communication. Selling is explaining value. If you help someone, asking for payment is fair. Money is exchange. No guilt. Learning to ask for money. You must practice asking. Say your price calmly. Say it clearly. No apology. Confidence grows with repetition. People respect clarity. People distrust hesitation. Believe in your value. 12. Deliver more than expected. Income grows when trust grows. Trust grows when results are strong. Do what you promise, then do more. This creates loyalty. Loyalty creates repeat income. Repeat income creates stability. From skill to first income. Your first income will feel small. That is normal. Do not quit. Your first dollar is proof. Proof changes belief. Belief fuels effort. Effort multiplies income. One stream first. Do not chase many incomes. Build one stream. Strengthen it. Stabilize it. Only then add another. Focus builds momentum. Momentum builds wealth. Time turns skills into assets. Skills compound. Each hour practiced increases value. Over months, you become rare. Rare skills earn more. Time is the multiplier. Mistakes are tuition. You will fail. You will lose time. You may lose money. This is education. Every mistake sharpens judgment. Do not fear mistakes. Fear stagnation. Confidence comes from action. Confidence does not come from thinking. Confidence comes from doing. Small wins create belief. Belief fuels courage. Courage creates opportunity. 18. The income mindset shift. Stop thinking like a worker. Start thinking like a solver. Workers trade time. Solvers create value. Value scales. Time does not. 19. You are becoming dangerous. When you have a skill, discipline, and visibility, you are no longer replaceable. You become leverage. Leverage creates freedom. Part 3. Saving, investing, and building wealth that lasts. In Part 1, you changed your mindset. In Part 2, you built skills and income. Now comes the final phase: protection, growth, freedom. This is where most people fail. Earning money is not enough. Keeping money matters. Growing money matters more. 1. Why most people stay broke. Most people earn money, but they never build wealth. Why? They spend first. They save last. Sometimes they save nothing. Income goes up, lifestyle goes up faster. This trap is silent. 2. Wealth is what you keep. Wealth is not income. Wealth is what remains. If you earn more but save nothing, you are still poor. Saving is the foundation. No saving, no investing. No investing, no freedom. 3. Pay yourself first. This rule is simple. When money comes in, pay yourself first. Not later, not next month, first. Even a small amount matters. This habit changes identity. You become a builder. 4. Saving is not about amount. People think they need a lot to save. This is false. Saving is about consistency. $10 saved is better than zero. Consistency builds discipline. Discipline builds wealth. 5. The purpose of saving. Saving has one main goal: security. Emergency money protects you. It gives peace. It gives options. Without savings, fear controls decisions. With savings, you think clearly. 6. Emergency fund first. Before investing, build an emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of expenses. This money is not for growth, it is for safety. Safety allows patience. Patience allows smart investing. 7. Spending with awareness. Wealth is not about extreme sacrifice. It is about awareness. Know where money goes. Ask simple questions. Do I need this? Does this help my future? Small leaks destroy big ships. 8. The difference between assets and liabilities. Assets put money in your pocket. Liabilities take money out. Assets grow wealth. Liabilities drain it. Learn this difference early. Your future depends on it. 9. Investing is delayed gratification. Investing means waiting. You give money time. Time gives money growth. This is hard for beginners, but patience separates rich from poor. Fast pleasure destroys wealth. Slow growth builds it. 10. Start simple with investing. Do not chase complexity. Simple works. Index funds, basic stocks, education. Understand before you invest. Never invest money you need soon. Invest what you can wait on. 11. The power of compounding. Compounding is quiet. It grows slowly, then suddenly. Time is the secret. The earlier you start, the easier it becomes. Delay is expensive. 12. Risk comes from ignorance. Risk is not investing. Risk is not understanding. Learn before you act. Knowledge reduces fear. Fear causes bad decisions. Education is protection. 13. Avoid get-rich-quick traps. If it promises fast wealth, it is usually a lie. Wealth is boring. Daily habits, long-term thinking, slow systems beat shortcuts, always. 14. Wealth requires identity change. You must think differently. Short-term thinkers consume. Long-term thinkers build. Wealthy people delay pleasure. They trade now for later. This is not punishment. This is strategy. 15. Income is temporary. Systems are permanent. Jobs can disappear. Markets can change. Systems endure. Savings, investments, skills. Build systems. Systems create stability. 16. Protect your time. Time is your greatest asset. Money can return. Time cannot. Use time wisely. Build assets. Avoid distractions. Time invested compounds too. 17. Surround yourself with growth. Your environment shapes behavior. Learn from people ahead of you. Read, listen, observe. Wealth thinking is learned. Poverty thinking is learned too. Choose wisely. 18. Freedom is the true goal. Money is not the goal. Freedom is. Freedom of choice, freedom of time, freedom of direction. Wealth is a tool. Use it intentionally. 19. From survival to strategy. At first, you survive. Then you stabilize. Finally, you strategize. This is the journey. Do not rush stages. Master each level. 20. The end of the journey. You started with nothing. Now you understand everything. Mindset creates action. Action creates skill. Skill creates income. Income creates investment. Investment creates freedom. This path is real. Not easy, but simple. Stay consistent. Stay patient. Your future self is watching.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Self-Study Every Day for more helpful lessons. Leave a comment and tell me what you want to learn next.